Hello everyone and welcome to this Yin Yoga class. I'm Katie and here on this channel we focus on Yin Yoga to help you to stretch, slow down and relax. So for this video we're doing a really nice chill Yin Yoga session, having some gentle yoga poses to help us to unwind and relax. It's perfect if you're feeling a little bit tired or lazy or unmotivated to move, but you still want to do some nice mindful movement and just chill out for a little while. You don't necessarily need any props for this routine, but it can be nice to have some cushions and yoga blocks nearby if you do have them. And if you are ready to begin, we're going to start seated on the mat. You can of course sit up on a cushion or yoga block to make this pose a little bit easier. And we're going to bring ourselves into half butterfly by stretching our left leg out long to the left. Keep the right knee bent, bringing your right heel somewhere close to your pelvis. It doesn't matter how close or far it is, you can do whatever works for you. If your knees are a little bit uncomfortable here, you can place a cushion or a yoga block in underneath your right knee. And you can always keep a bend in your left knee if that feels better. You can also place that cushion or a folded blanket in underneath the outstretched knee as well. So figure out what works for you, what feels nice and sustainable. We're going to hold these poses today for 5 minutes each. But of course, if you do need to come out of the pose earlier, please feel free to do that. Always respect the limitations of your unique body. So when you're ready, we can take this into folded butterfly by walking our hands away from us, allowing the spine to round if that feels good, and then dropping the head. And straight away finding the sensations that this pose brings to your body. Half butterfly fold is a really nice pose for that left hamstring. You also might be feeling it within your lower back and along your spine. And all you have to do here is just try attach your awareness really firmly into these sensations. Also starting to attach some awareness to your breath. You don't have to force anything, just feel yourself breathing in and out. And then with time you might aim to make that breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, and a little bit smoother. We're about halfway through our hold, so let's check in on the jaw, make sure it's soft. This pose might feel heavy around your neck and shoulders, so just try your best to release any tension. Soften your face. you might receive some invitations to go a little bit deeper into the pose. And if you are receiving them, you can start to walk your hands a little bit more away from you. Maybe dropping your head a little lower. And take about 3 more deep breaths now, really following your awareness into your body. And when you're ready to do so, you can start to push yourself away from the floor, coming slowly back up. And just pausing for a moment here to feel whatever you feel. And when you're ready, you can switch to the opposite side, bringing your left foot in towards the pelvis and stretching the right leg out long. Now both legs are different and have different needs, so just take a moment to check in and see what you need to do for this side of your body. And when you are ready, you can come on down into folded butterfly. Just going to your first edge, patiently waiting there. And then if you do get invited to go deeper, you can take it to your next edge. Tapping into all of the sensations you're feeling now on the opposite side. Connecting to your breath. And just allowing yourself to stay here in this pose for the next 5 minutes or for however long is appropriate for you. We're about halfway through our hold. And just a little reminder that you have gifted yourself this time. So if any worries or stresses or just mundane thoughts are trying to steal this time from you, just gently close the door on those thoughts. Know that you can always think about them later. For now, you're focusing on your breath and on your body. Now loosen up your jaw, relax your face. Find your favorite sensation within your body and take 3 more full breaths into it. And when you're ready, you can start to slowly come back up out of the pose. Sitting on the mat in whatever way is most comfortable for you. Just doing whatever you need to do here, or maybe just quietly feeling the effects of butterfly pose. Now when you're ready, we'll come into our next yin yoga pose, which is shoelace pose. So again, here you can sit on a cushion or a yoga block to elevate the hips a bit and make this pose a little bit more accessible. We'll start by sending our left leg out long, straight in front of us, and then we'll bring the right foot over to the outside of the left hip. This is half shoelace and you can stay here and that's absolutely fine. And if you do want to go a little bit deeper, we'll come into full shoelace by bending the left knee now, bringing the left foot to the outside of the right hip. Now wherever you are, you want to make sure you're not sitting on your feet and that you can feel both of your seat bones pressing down into the mat. We also want to imagine that our pelvis is tilting forward and not backwards. So take a moment just to figure everything out. Remember, there's nothing wrong with half shoelace. And if this pose feels too deep, you can sit cross-legged on the mat and that will help you to eventually maybe work up into a full shoelace. So we're going to stay here for 5 minutes. For the last 2 minutes, we'll take this into a little twist. But for now, you might just relax your gaze or close your eyes. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, and lengthen up through your spine as best you can. Find your breath. Notice how it feels different within your body now that you're in a new pose. As you breathe in, you might imagine your breath just filling up the bowl of your pelvis. Then it fills your belly, fills your chest, and it fills your throat. And as you exhale, feel your breath leaving your throat, leaving the chest, leaving the belly, and then leaving the pelvis. Shoelace is a really nice hip opening pose, also stretching through your glutes. So bring your awareness down into the sensations shoelace are creating. And keep sending your breath to them. You're welcome to stay in this version of shoelace, but if you would like to come to a twist, we'll start to twist towards the right, bringing our left arm to the outside of the right thigh. Your right hand can come in behind you, as close to your tailbone as you can comfortably get it. Take a moment to inhale and lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, start to slowly rotate towards the right side. We're working really slowly into this twist for the spine, so you can just take it one edge at a time. We'll stay like this for 2 minutes if you can. Doing really good work for your spinal health. Also getting a nice massage for your liver. So keep breathing. Keep quietly ignoring the thoughts that are appearing, and just come back to your breath and back to your body. And take your last big breath in here. As you exhale, you can come back to center and very slowly unravel your legs. You can take as much time as you need. You might want to straighten out the legs here and just shake them off. Rotate through your ankles. once you feel satisfied, we will repeat on the opposite side. So this time the right leg stays long and we bring our left foot to the outside of the right hip. Staying in half shoelace or maybe coming into the full version by bending our right knee. Pelvis is tilted forward, we're not sitting on our feet, and we can feel our seat bones pressing down. And you can fidget, wiggle, adjust, do whatever you need to do. And then come to find your shoelace pose. Commit to the stillness of it. And we'll stay here with the breath, with the body for the next 3 minutes. And just a few more breaths here in this version of shoelace, making sure your mind is still with your body, with your breath. Checking in that your jaw is unclenched, your spine is tall, and your shoulders are relaxed. And if you wish, you can take this into a twist, bringing your right arm to the outside of your top knee. Left hand comes in behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to gradually rotate towards the left. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, you can start to slowly unravel. Once again, doing whatever you need to do here. Stretching your legs, maybe doing some windshield wipers by taking a bend into your knees and then slowly dropping the knees from side to side. And this is a really nice way to release any tension from your hips. Feel free to pause at any point when your knees are down if that feels nice. And remember to keep your awareness with your breath and with your body, even when we're in these transitional poses. Now, when you're ready to come into the next pose, we're going to practice Swan pose. So you can come towards all fours. And when you're there, we'll bring the right knee in front of us, keeping this right foot flexed. Very mindfully, you can bring the right knee down onto the mat in front of you. Now you might slide your back knee back slightly, and you can bring the top of your foot to the mat, or if it feels better, your toes can be tucked here. Now always keeping our awareness with this front knee, making sure we're not causing any pain. If you need to support yourself a little bit here, you can place a cushion or a yoga block in underneath the right hip. Now we're going to stay here in Swan for 5 minutes. And you're welcome just to stay like this. If you do want to come into sleeping Swan, then you can bring your forearms slowly onto the mat in front of you. Eventually maybe dropping your forehead onto some yoga blocks or onto a cushion. You can always use your hands either to create a little pillow for your head to rest on. So you can start to tap into the sensation you're feeling. The strongest sensation might be within your right glute. But this is also a really nice pose for the back quad. You're stretching your spine. You're encouraging your shoulders to release. So keep scanning through your body. Keep identifying those pockets of tension and breathe into them. And each exhale helps you to relax and unravel a little bit more. If at any point this pose starts to feel too heavy, you can come back into Swan, just having your fingers on the mat. You can also place cushions underneath you. And if needed, of course, you can always come out of the pose sooner and just rest on your mat. We're here for about 2 more minutes if you can. You might challenge yourself to follow each breath in and each breath out. And train your mind to quietly forget about all those other thoughts. Keep coming back into your breath and into your body. Three more full breaths here. And we'll come out of Sleeping Swan very slowly. First, just bringing our fingertips back to the mat. Settling in Swan pose for a moment. And then you can prepare yourself to come back into Downward Facing Dog. Very slowly tucking the back toes onto the mat. Lifting your front knee and stepping that right foot back to meet the left. And we'll just stay here for a moment, paddling the feet, swaying the hips from side to side. Now we'll drop back down onto all fours. And when you're ready, you can bring your left knee slowly in front, flexing your left foot. The back knee might walk back slightly to make this pose a little bit deeper. Supporting yourself with cushions or yoga blocks under the left hip this time if you need to. And now just finding your swan pose. Finding all of the sensation around your body. Unclenching your jaw. Connecting to your breath. You can stay here or you can come down into Sleeping Swan, whichever version works best. You might just stay on your forearms or your head might make its way down towards the ground. And even though this pose is felt the most around the lower body, you might aim to keep bringing your breath up into your chest. Let it puff out your chest with each breath in. Really envisioning that swan And then you drop a little bit deeper into the pose with each breath out. Staying here in Swan pose for about 2 more minutes if you can. And we'll just check in, making sure our mind is still on the mat. The jaw is still relaxed. And the breath is traveling deep into the body, filling up both the pelvis and the chest. And take about 3 more deep breaths here. And you can very slowly start to transition out of the pose. Eventually making your way back into downward dog. And spending a few breaths here, releasing the pose. When you are satisfied, you can come down to lie on the front of your body, coming into a moment or two of crocodile pose by bringing your hands together on the mat, stacking them on top of each other. Your forehead or one of your cheeks can come down onto your hands, and then your big toes come to touch each other, allowing your heels to drop away from your body. And just giving an opportunity for the entire back body to relax here. Just feel your body letting go of all of the tension. All of your muscles can release. Now from here we're going to come into cat pulling its tail. So you can lift your head up and prop yourself up onto your elbows as if we were coming into Sphinx pose. Now you can reach your right elbow out in front and hold your head in your right hand. Now your right knee will bend and you can reach back to find your right foot with your left hand. From here, start to roll over onto the left side of the mat. You might even come off of the mat here. So we've created a little twist within the spine. We want to try to keep our shoulders connected to the mat. So only twist as far as you can. Keep these shoulders down. Now the right hand can come to wherever feels right for it. Your left leg can stay as it is. Or if you're feeling quite flexible, you might be able to bring the right knee up closer to you. You can hold the right leg if that feels good. Or to get a really deep stretch, you might be able to straighten out your right leg and then just find a position somewhere over there for your right foot to relax. So feel free to wiggle around and adjust. And then eventually find your version of cat pulling its tail. This pose provides a really nice twist for your spine, helping to just gently twist away any tension that it's holding on to. Twisting the spine is also a really nice way to restore equilibrium and balance back into your body. You also might be feeling this pose around your glutes, your lower back, and maybe in that right quad as well. So attach your awareness to all of these sensations. Bring your breath deep into your body. Use each inhale to stretch away the stress, and each exhale to carry it out of your body. You might check in to see if you got any invitations to go a little bit deeper. Maybe experimenting by bringing your right hand to your right leg, seeing if you can gently twist. And as always, if you received no invitation to go deeper, that's okay. It's always more important to respect the body than to try force it into anything. So wherever you are, take about 3 more full breaths here. And then we'll start to slowly undo the pose, eventually making your way back to lie on the front of your body. Finding crocodile pose, big toes coming back together, heels dropping towards the edges. Body just lets go and dumps all of its weight into the mat. You might start to notice a difference within the two sides of the body. Just observing here, feeling, breathing. And when you're ready, we'll take it to the opposite side. So propping the head up again, resting on our forearms. This time the left elbow slides out in front and the left hand supports your head. Bend your left knee and then reach back with your right hand to find the left foot. Very mindfully, we're going to roll over towards the right side of the mat. Bring both of your shoulders to the floor. And then you can experiment with the position now of your right foot. And if your body allows, you can stack your hips on top of each other, having your right hip over the left. But remember, we're here for a full 5 minutes, so you can take time to slowly migrate into the full version of this pose. You don't have to force anything. And as you hold this pose, you might start to notice gravity just falling over you gently, pressing you deeper into the pose, relaxing your body more and more. Feel your jaw loosening, your facial muscles softening. And then just scanning through your body, making sure you're not creating any tension within the pose. Keep sending your breath deep into your body, even though it's harder when everything is twisted. And we're here for 2 more minutes. Awareness focused on each breath in and out. Take your last 3 breaths here. And as you're ready, you can undo the pose, slowly making your way back to the front of your body, finding crocodile pose, and just allowing your body to process all of the poses that you've done. You might start to feel all of this new energy circulating around your body. And that's all energy that you have created, even though you might have been feeling tired or unmotivated. You found it within yourself. So just take a moment to enjoy whatever feelings you're feeling after your practice. And we'll spend the last 5 minutes in total relaxation. So you can stay in crocodile pose, or if you'd prefer, you can roll over onto the back of your body and come into corpse pose. If you are in corpse pose, you can allow your body to take up as much space as it needs. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. And this is the most important pose of this practice. This is where your body can really unwind and relax. So just give yourself the last 5 minutes. You can release your awareness of your breath. You can drop all of your muscles into the mat. And keep quietly scanning through your body, just looking for pockets of tension. and then consciously working to undo that tension. Now you're welcome to stay here for even longer if you can. But if you are ready to come out, you can start to make small movements. And there's no rush, but when you're ready, you can bring yourself back up into a seat. We'll end this routine just by taking about 3 quiet breaths together, so you can find a nice way to sit, sitting kind of tall. Close your eyes or relax your gaze. Tuck your chin slightly. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. 2 more times. once you've fully exhaled, you can open up your eyes again. Thank you so much for joining me for this chill yin. I hope you enjoyed it and found it beneficial. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could leave this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to my channel as well. I do lots of chill practices just like this, so if that's something you're looking for, then make sure to follow along, and I'd love to see you in another practice soon. So I'll see you then, but until then, take good care and goodbye.